welcome to my channel, and this is the first video that I'm doing in a long time. I believe it's been like a year or so that I haven't uploaded, and I want to try something out. I want to try to actually speak and like not just have music in the background, because I feel like that gets boring just listening to music. So if you want to continue seeing how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to be going into is the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Cream. It's a global anti-aging power cream, and honestly it feels really good underneath the eyes. And I sometimes put this on when I'm like wearing no makeup and I have a slick bun, and it feels super refreshing underneath the eyes. So the next thing I'm going to be going into is the Clinique All About Eyes, and it reduces like circles, puffy eyes. And honestly, since I found this product, this has been like my like necessity. Like I need this before I put on makeup. So the last thing I'm going to be going into is my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. It's super hydrating, and since I have dry to combination skin, it feels super great on my skin. Now moving on to brows, I'm going to be going into my LA Girl Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. Typically when I work with brow pomades, I do set my eyebrows with like a dark brown eyeshadow, and that's what I'm doing here, and I'm using my James Charles palette. I tend to use a lighter shade of concealer when I'm concealing the bottom half of my brows, and this is the shade Light Honey from the Wet n Wild concealer. Then there's me jamming out to music, so throughout the video you're gonna see me jamming out to like my favorite songs. For the top half of my brows, I'm going into the foundation stick from Wet n Wild in the shade Beige Classic. Now I'm going to be going into my Wet n Wild concealer in the shade Light Ivory to conceal my eyelids to get ready to do eyeshadow. So now we're going to go into my Berries and Cream palette from Dominique Cosmetics, and we're going to go in the shade Chocolate Mousse. So we're going to be going into my James Charles palette, and we're going to use that yellow shade to blend in with that brown shade. So I don't know how to explain makeup, I just know how to do it, so correct me if I say the wrong term. For the transition shade, I'm going to mix the yellow with the orange, and then I'm just going to blend it in. When blending, I do go back into the brown, orange, and yellow, and I keep blending it in together until I'm satisfied with the blend. We're gonna do a half cut crease, so we're gonna go into the same concealers that I concealed my brows with. Now we're gonna be going to my Cara Beauty palette, and we're gonna use the yellow shade to apply it where we cut our crease. Also, please don't forget to blend the outer corners, because a lot of people tend to forget that, and sometimes it just ruins the whole look.
I saw her and she hit me like.
So on TikTok, I saw like this method where you put your concealer and then your contour and then your foundation last, and I've been loving that combination, and it's actually really nice, and it doesn't leave the face cakey. It literally looks like it's airbrushed, so that's what I'm doing here.
Gotta make you mine. So hard to find. Baby, like, oh, how'd you do the thing? The way that you do it, and she ain't even show nothing. She be walking around so confident, so heaven sent. I think she was meant to knock them daylight. Like, girl, you so fine. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Girl, you rockin' like, baby, so fine.
For foundation, I'm going to be going to my Wet n Wild foundation in the shade Cream Beige, and I do apply 2 streaks on each cheek, and then I end up blending it all out with a beauty blender. So the clip where I was bronzing cut, so I was using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and now I'm going to go into the Beauty Bakery setting powder in the shade Yellow, and I do apply it with the brush instead of a beauty blender. So for blush, we're going to use the Alamar Cosmetics Blush Trio palette, and when I say I love to blush, I love to go overboard with it. So like I did mention that I do love to go in blush, so that Cara Beauty palette, I am going to go into the pinkish and peaches shade, and I'm going to continue blushing my nose and then my cheekbones. So for mascara, I am going to go into the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced, and since it is drying out, it's not applying as good as it's like normally does. So my lashes are from Lotus Lash, and it's in the style Heartbreaker. For highlight, I'm going to Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Summer Haze. And when I say that a little goes a long way, I really mean it. Like, I did 1 tap on the cap, and then look at my nose. It's like shiny already. For lips, I'm going to the liquid lipstick from Kat Von D in the shade Lolita. I do tend to mess up my lipstick, lip gloss, or whatever the case may be, because to me my lips are actually really hard to do. And so here I am just cleaning up my lipstick with a foundation, and I usually just clean it whatever is in sight. For the finishing touch, I am going into my Luna by Luna lip gloss in the shade Venus, and I'm just gonna apply it, and it's a look. I'd appreciate if you guys share, comment, let me know how I did, let me know like what kind of looks you guys want me to do, and yeah, thanks for watching.